An amazing day. What's up, guys? Welcome to another Sunday Night Live, where we're gonna be able to go more in depth within the markets. Obviously, we definitely did have a amazing week so far. A lot of our trades from Sunday Night Live, did hit. So, what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna share my screen. Right, let me know when y'all can see my screen. Right? But obviously y'all can see right here what we have going on. So let me delete a couple of these things. Cool. Right? So obviously we're gonna start off with the DXY, get straight to it, and then we'll be able to break down a little bit more what's going on. So what's going on today? What has gone on? Trump was talking about tariffs. Dollar is falling. And what I want y'all to understand, these tariffs are, in my perspective, seemingly, temporary, right? Very, very temporary. Something that is needed, right? Because the United States have been getting smacked in the face when it comes to just getting tariffs, right? We're the only ones that are paying multiple tariff fees to multiple countries after World War II to really help a lot of these countries regrow, repopulate, and really set their foundation again. And that has to do a lot with America, right? So why does it matter, Jill? What does politics has to do anything? Um, it has a lot to do, not because what it is, but how it's gonna affect it. So let's break it down. So on Sunday Night Live, I had a couple, pretty much markups. This was our first markup: consolidation, break of structure, change of character. But the original markup was right here, right? It was our consolidation, break of structure, and then our change of character. As you can see, market came within our zone and rejected beautifully, came back below, rejected beautifully, right? Now, we are still on this bearish movement. Same thing with NAS 100, right? These are incredible snipes that just happened, right? And these are not happening for any reason, right? News is the excuse to move the market. So what happened? Same thing that we marked up on Sunday: consolidation, break of structure, change of character, got that retest, and completely tank. Came to our buy area, completely buy, right? Same thing with US 30, right? US 30, we had our zone. Look at that touch, came back down, entered us on our US 30 buys, and we continued to push up. Now, what is next? What is our next move that we can possibly predict within the market? So overall, guys, we are still bullish. I mean, bearish, right? Market's bearish. So what I would like to see, right? Um, as y'all can see, we have this consolidation right here, right? We just created new lows, right? This was our previous lower high, lower low, just created new lows, right? We grab our fib from the top to the low, right? We're looking right here at the 786 zone, which is the 700, and then your stop loss is going to be right above it, right? That's what we're seeing so far for SPX. As we break it down to the smaller time frames to see if we can identify a more neater entry, right? We do have our consolidation, right? So I mean, if anything, even your left shoulder, right shoulder, this order block on the 15-minute, I still like. So definitely a good setup. Where I will be personally entering in the market. Let me set the sell short position. I do like this, right? To see the market continue going lower, right? Same thing with NAS 100, right? As we break down NAS 100, we go to the 1 hour, right? We can see what genuinely happened. We just liquidated all these guys out, right? We have a consolidation right here, right? We have our breaker structure, our change of character, right? Let's just delete everything real quick. All that is extra noise now, right? Boom, consolidation. break a structure, change the character. We grab the low, the high to the low, right? We're looking at around kind of near same area, right? 600, 728. These are bigger risk. And I want you to understand the way that I trade more on the bigger time frames. I usually don't have too much of a crazy risk. And if I do, it's simply for one reason. And the reason is simply because uh, I like trading. I like swing trading. So my ideal of taking a position, right, is simply gonna come from uh, the long term perspective, not what the 1 minute and the 5 minutes showing me, but what is the 4 hour showing me, right? The 4 hours showing me we just had our like so beautiful. Look at this, right? You had your consolidation, your break of structure, change of character. We came back to your left shoulder right here, and then we move it to your right shoulder. That would have been a perfect setup as well, right? So now we did create new lows. I do want to see the market continue lower, right? So this is my sell position that I have for NAS 100. Yes, it is a bigger risk, but as we get to the zone, we're able to now, see and kind of dissect it. But if I were to pick a specific trade for me that I would enter, um, it's gonna have to be US 30, right? As you can see, consolidation, breaker structure, change of character. I feel like US 30 has the best setup for me, right? The thing that I haven't seen yet, barely. We have that closure. We do have a way up to push up, right? We still have some time if that were to happen. And you're looking at kind of the same risk as NAS 100. SPX is really coming back to their best risk to reward, but I am gonna take the lagging pair, right? So now, as we go to the smaller time frame, guys, I want y'all to kind of think with me, right? Here we have our lower low. We create new highs, higher low, higher high, right? Did we break previous higher lows? We did. Lower low. We broke new highs, higher low. Did we break previous highs? No. Then we created a new lower low, right? Cool, right? So now that we created that new lower low, then we go create a new higher high, right? Higher low, higher high, higher low. Let's break it down to the 15, right? This was your higher low, higher high. And then as we go to the 5 minute, right, we can tell that this is the area, right? And this is what I tell everybody. You want to find that area where you can identify the shift of the market happening. And the shift of the market happening where it shifts that insane direction and we gain this huge institutional candle is right here where we last try to push up. So now seeing that, I see this bigger imbalance. So now as I go to the smaller time frames, right, I'm able to dissect that and now be able to see how I can get a better entry. Even as we go to the 1 minute, right? Here you have your consolidation, right? Break a structure, change a character, right? So for me, my stop would be right here. I would move my stop a little lower. Um, Boom. Right? So that's pretty much what I have for Dow Jones, right? I want to see it come up higher, right? And then we can start seeing more things, right? So as we go back and maybe see where the market's at right now, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower no lower low, higher high, right? We just created a higher high here, higher low, and we're on our way to create a new high. We just created new highs, right? So what can possibly be our next setup, right? We want to find that impulsive move where it changed that shift. that shift happened right here. This is where we create new highs, right? Consolidation, right? Break a structure. Did we see a change of character? Yes, but it's not as much as I would want it to be, right? We also are aware that we did liquidate these guys right here, and we did aim for new highs, right? So if we were to get in a scalp, you know, in the next couple hours, right, I would be looking at the 4320 zone, and then stop loss would be 42,278, right? That's what I would look for if we were to continue to, um, just continue to go higher, right? That's what I would want to see overall. For US 30, that's a quick scalp we can possibly catch. But I would love us to see us push all the way back up, right? Gold, right? So gold right now, it actually played out on our setups. So if you remember what we discussed on Sunday, right? We were discussing how right here, right? And this is pretty much simply how I trade, right? Consolidation, break of structure. Did we close below? We did, right? We grab our fib, low to the high, we grab that 786, right? But what we want to understand is where that shift happened and when was the last time that the market really tried to create new highs and couldn't create new highs, right? So here we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, no higher high, lower low created. So here is where we break, right? This is where we shift directions and the market shifts from becoming buys to becoming sells, right? As we can see right here, right, you had your consolidation, your break of structure, your change of character, right? And if you would have entered this trade here simply, you would have caught a snipe, right? You would have entered right here at the 786, 86 zone, and you would have caught bias, right? Obviously, you missed that setup, right? So the setup we have is, what was our setup? Right here, right? Consolidation, break a structure, change character, retest, right? So our setup was right here. Boom, right? Break a structure, change a character. Did we close below? Yes, right? This was our retest where we would have wanted to, right? But now this is where we break it more in depth, where you're able to dissect the market so you can see exactly when money was put into the market and fair order gaps were created, right? So higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Did we break previous lower highs? We did. This is now considered your new higher high. Higher high, higher low. Did we break above? No. Now, did we break previous, right, higher lows? Higher lows, which is right here, right? Boom, pushed up, didn't break below. Nope. Still pushing, it's still bullish. And right here, this move right here is where we started creating new lower lows. So in my understanding, I'm like, okay, here we have our consolidation, we have our breaker structure, and we understand here was the last movement before the market fell, right? This was the change. So what we do is we grab our fib, we grab it from the top, we go all the way to the bottom, right? We grab our zone right here, 786, 886, right? If you're more of a head and shoulders play, it would have came out much better for you, right? Boom, your right shoulder right there, right? Your stop loss right above it, right? And you were going to sell this market to go down, right? And you would have at least gotten anywhere from a 1 or 2, right? 1 or 2, right? 2 times. So now that that happened, once I hit a 101, we always know that I always go to stop loss to break even. So now that that happened, right? Obviously, we have a bunch of liquidity sitting on top, right? But what you want to understand is that we are in a bullish momentum market. So even though the market did come to our zone, rejected, gave us our 101, and you hit break even at stop loss, right? We want to understand why that wouldn't have been a great trade to enter, right? So now that the market is shift on us, right, we can all agree that the market broke above stop loss and went higher, right? We all agree that the market is going to continue pushing up, right? We're looking for buys now. So what we do is we break it down. Let's remove all this, right? And let's break it down, right? So this was our last lower low, lower high, new higher high, higher low, higher high wasn't created until here. So you could have simply grabbed right here, consolidation, break a structure, change a character. Where did we have that change of character candle? This right here, right? This was it. So let's break it down even more to the smaller time frames. Oh my gosh, right? You go with smaller time frames, right? Instead of using all of this, let's just use right here, right? Consolidation, break a structure, liquidated these guys out, had our change of character. We grabbed the low to the high, which is the high would have been right here, right? Market comes down, liquidates these guys out, and pushes up. What does that tell me? It tells me that market's going to continue pushing up, right? It means for me that market's not coming back down because we liquidated these guys, we filled up this part, and if you trade head and shoulders, you actually got your right shoulder right there, right? So I'm like, cool, higher high, higher low, right? Higher high, higher low, right? So we're still bullish, right? Yes, you could have seen this. Oh my gosh, consolidation, break a structure, change of character, right? Did it come to the 786, 886 zone? It absolutely did. Sniped it. But why wouldn't you get into this trade? Because you are looking for buys, not sells, right? Now that this market is starting to push up, right? What we want to see, right? Now that we have, this small rejection, maybe we go to the 1 minute, we refresh it, right? So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, boom, lower low, lower high, okay, lower, oh, no, didn't create a new low, right? It created a new high because we broke previous highs. Oh, market's shifting. Look, consolidation. Did we break above? We absolutely did. Let me throw our fib right there. Boom, boom. If you see right here, is it a coincidence that the market came into right our 786 and 886 zone and shifted and had a huge move up? It's not, right? Boom. Higher high, higher low, right? Now, the market did break below, right? But I am still conscious that I believe that the market's going to still go higher because we're overall bullish. So me, I'm actually in a trade right now at stop loss at break even, right? Because I already hit a 101. I caught this trade up. And if we continue going higher to new highs, then I'll be good. If it doesn't, right, as you can see, I have proof right here that I don't lose more than 1% of my account ever because of my proper risk management skills and how I manage my trades. I lost $9 because I was trying to figure out how to put a stop loss on futures. My first time using futures. I've lost $1. I won $1 at break even, and I broke even again. Took a US 30 this morning, took a $37 win. Right now we're up $89. Stop loss as our break even. The reason why a lot of y'all continue losing in these markets is because you don't know how to manage your trades, right? You believe that every trade you get in, every trade you see has to go your way, and if it doesn't, you're doing something wrong. And that's where you're getting, are wrong. That's not true, right? You think you have to look at the market every single second of the day. It's not true, right? Silver, oh my gosh, like, yo, crazy. This is a Sunday setup we had. Consolidation, break of structure, change of character. We had a huge rejection, we're going to create new highs, right? Silver is going to go higher. This was an amazing snipe. I didn't even know I had this. Um, but yeah, amazing snipe. I see this continue going higher. It might come back a little bit, right? If you want to re-enter this, right, you have your consolidation right here, your breaker structure. What are we waiting for? We need to see a change of direction. Once we see our change of direction, we can wait on our retest, we can drop our fib, and we can see where we would be entering for this market, right? So that's for silver. US oil had an enormous tank, but we are at our buy zone. Are we at our buy zone? We are at our buy zone, right? Consolidation, breaker structure, change of direction, right? Boom, low to high, right? We came right into 786, 86 zone. Like, oh my gosh, it's like, what else do you want? You know, these trades are just smacking, right? And all these trades were given out on Sunday Night Live, right? So I can't be the one to enter the trade for you, right? You got to do that for yourself, right? So now, how can we possibly, come into this market and, find a reentry, consolidation, break a structure, change a character, right? Let's throw our fib. Boom. We have liquidity right here. There can be small chance the market comes back one more time right here. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. I wouldn't want to see that. I would rather see the market just continue flourishing and following the direction up. Bitcoin, right? Man. If you didn't take my Bitcoin trade, I am disappointed in you. Look how beautiful this is, right? And two times, right? We had two setups. One's right here, right? For that retest, and another one right here. This is a trade that I was calling out for weeks, possibly 2 weeks. I called this out for y'all, right? So now let's break it down. Lower low, no highs were created, right? Consolidation right here, right? Break a structure, change a character, right? We are on the way to new lows. I like this, right? We grab this from the top to the low, depending how low it's going to go, right? And we grab from the order block right here and we follow the trend. There's nothing I'm doing but following the trend of the market and what the market's giving me, right? As we go to the 1 hour, boom, perfect example, 30 minutes, boom, okay, cool. 15 minutes, boom, bingo. What's his name? Oh, this is what I was wanting to see. Big push up, took these guys out. Big push down, created new lows, right? Broke even previous lows, right? And now we can continue falling, right? Beautiful setups, right? And then honestly, I'm gonna let Jack get into more of the GBP trades, but here you have more consolidation, boom, break above, boom. We continue going higher. Beautiful setups, honestly, guys. I can't complain at all. These setups are like you couldn't ask for any more, and these were all given out, right? So, boom, I have the same thing, but guess what? We created new highs, right? So for me, for GBP Swiss francs, I want to see consolidation, break a structure, right? We have our change of character, boom, low to high. We enter off this imbalance right here. Stop loss right below, right? And you have a good risk reward. This is the 20 pip risk, right? GBP CAD, right? We had a couple of things right here, and let's see where we went wrong, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. That's where we went wrong. Higher high, higher low, higher high. We just came down, take these guys out. Markets continue going higher.
Order filled.
Right? So look, stop loss went break even. Right? How much money did I lose? Nothing. I lost nothing. Yeah. I didn't lose anything. Right? Made $40, 41, break even basically. Right? So pretty much so y'all can see, how that I'm managing my trades and just being very transparent with y'all, right? Fucking another trade. These are fucking incredible. Look at this, like, boom, boom, right? We have something right here. This is your breaker structure, change of character, market came back up, went lower. We missed that. USD NZD, right? I believe this was another trade that just didn't hit, right? Let's go look at the 1 hour. Yeah, this didn't hit. We went higher. Had a rejection, didn't get our 101, right? And that's what we want to understand, guys. You're not going to win every single trade, right? But we did have news, so we're not surprised. We didn't get into that trade. So these are just markups we had. USD MXN, shit, we missed it. Oh my gosh, look at that. Boom. Right. And all these trades were called out on Sunday Night Live. Now, what's our next setup? Right. We are pushing lower. Market didn't want to go up. Yeah, you had your shoulder there. We can possibly come back one more time. Right. Maybe come into this order block zone and then continue going lower. Is really what I would want to see. And then I really want to show y'all this euros, right? So euro is finally in our sell area. But we did hit a 101. Came to our sell area, gave us a 101. Now market is still pushing up, right? So what I believe is we're going to come to our higher zone. So even if you did get into this euro USD, you should have broken even at a 101, right? And I believe we're going to come for this higher zone on the daily market and fill this up, and then we might see a small rejection, see it mitigate, and then we can go from there, right? Now Euro GBP still waiting on our buy area down here, right? It did push up, and then Euro NZD we just completely demolished, right? If you were entering any of these trades with me, congratulations. But Euro NZD, we said 618, we were gonna see it come down. Look at that beautiful drop, came to our zone. Now we're getting a beautiful push up, right? Now we want to figure out where was the last time, right? Consolidation, break a structure, boom, try to push up here, couldn't, and then had an insane push down. If we grab this fib from here, we might see a rejection here within this area right now. So Euro NZD is at a sell position for a small risk, right? You're looking at like 40, 50 pip risk. But this is the setup I do have. So that's it for me today, guys. Gold right now, I mean, I would want to see it go lower. I did get stop loss at break even, so I'm not really tripping, right? But I would want to see it go lower, because yeah, I mean overall, I want to see all this get swept. Do I think it's gonna get all swept? No, right? But what do I see though? I see maybe, right, this consolidation right here, break a structure, change a character, right? If we do tend to see that, right, we can see the market come down all the way down here, right, to our left shoulder, and we buy in right here, right? So now that I'm break even, I didn't lose any money. That's what I'm waiting on, right? That's the difference between me and you. RPL overall that I've lost in this account, right, is $3, right? And the account right now is sitting at $50,000 and $21, right? The reason why I'm being transparent with y'all is because I want y'all to understand what is needed and what it takes to really genuinely become a successful trader and become disciplined. And there's no better example than that, than the next individual that I'm actually gonna bring up. This individual just withdrew $7,000. This is someone that is actually one of the individuals that came in here, one of the fastest results, and it's not a coincidence why I decided to pick him to host this call with me. But guys, if you don't think you learned anything from me, you didn't take any notes, I highly recommend taking notes from this next individual. This is someone that I personally mentored. This is someone that I personally coached. And this is someone that, I'm going to be honest, his results are going to surpass my timing of results much faster. And that's why we're here in Powerhouse to be able to create multiple success stories and to see other people win. So, Jack, brother, take it away. Let me make you co-host real quick. And go ahead, bro.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Can y'all hear me? Type it two in the chat. If my mic is working, y'all can hear me. Let me know just real quick. Just a little two in the chat. All right, bet. Appreciate you, Gio. Much love, man. Gio's been, someone in the game for a minute now, and he's definitely started off my trading journey. I didn't really have, a lot of guidance and, much happening, when I first started, but definitely Gio was one of the first people that, reached out and, decided to, help me. That's what we're here for. We're all here to help each other grow. That's the name of the game. It doesn't matter, if you could trade by yourself, that's cool. No, I'd rather trade with a team that's winning. But